sure my phone's got it. YouTube. Swipe on the phone and use this nowadays. It used to be really intuitive, now it's just never
I don't even know how to describe that. I feel like it is all janky.
It's so good.
All right.
It's Wednesday. We're live. I was muted. I'm here now. I'm back.
There we go.
Can y'all hear me? Make sure everybody can hear me loud and clear. It's Wednesday.
We hear you
there
now.
It is. I got it. There's no echo on my phone. Perfect. Guys, welcome to Chiefs Chat for week 1 of the 2025 NFL season. I'm your host, Thunder Dan, with my co-host, Huong Force. How are you doing, Huong?
I'm doing great today. Good to have you back from the mute. I was like, he's a little quiet over there.
It is. I'm graying up nicely. Beard's getting nice and thick for the roll in October. I'm excited. Booked another commercial that shoots next week. So trying to squeeze those jobs in before Christmas.
Literally the definition of booked and busy.
Trying to be. That's the goal. That's the plan. We're here for an interesting night because we got to talk about our game. And you and I never got to talk about the Cowboys situation, the Packers situation, which is interesting. And I think a lot of people are looking at it from the wrong angle. But first things first, before I get on into the show, we're going to jump over to the preview screen because I want to share a bunch of stuff with you guys. And the first thing I want to share with you is the fact that the show is loading up on Rumble. We're getting a Rumble page going because it's less restrictive with copyright stuff and everything else like YouTube likes to do. So we're getting stuff going over there, and I want to share that with you along with a bunch of other clips. But let's go over there right now and take a look, and I'll share that page with you. So when you go over to Rumble, you're going to see that. You'll see me and the lovely lady at the top of the screen. And you roll down, and it says Chiefs Chat Live and other Thunder Productions, where you'll see me in the Disney show. You'll see me in Honda commercials. You'll see me in a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of Chiefs Chat stuff. There's playlists. You can switch over to playlists, and that tightens everything up into nice groups, into shows that are shot and commercials. And there's some new commercials there. But yeah, be sure to check out ThunderDan88 on Rumble, Chiefs Chat Live on Rumble. You'll find me either way. But I wanted to get into things first with honoring some of our players. Only 5 of our players who made the Super Bowl made it into the top 100. So I didn't check the other teams. I don't even want to know. I'm not even going to see how many Eagles, how many other Washington Reds, I don't know, Commanders. I don't want to see how many people went from other teams. I just know that when you're a Super Bowl team and you've gone to 3 in a row and only 5 of your players go, it's a little suspect, I think. Especially when the first one that goes is arguably the best center in football. Let's take a look at Mr. Creed Humphrey and his nomination. I'm going to put a little sound on so you guys can hear what they're talking about. In case you guys haven't seen it already, you probably have. Creed Humphrey, First of all, the fact that he wasn't even rated last year is like, what are we talking about here? Are we even being serious? And the fact that this year he's number 93. What are your thoughts, Hong Forest?
I feel like that's still disrespectful.
I mean,
I
he's
mean,
such. Yeah, go ahead.
he's good. He's really good at what he does. And for him not to make this list last year and then to come in at 93 this year, I still feel like it's 2 years in a row of quite a bit of disrespect. So I would have anticipated that he would have been a little bit lower than the 90s.
I think he's the best center in football.
Hmm.
It just shows you the disrespect that the interior O linemen get.
Yeah,
Spoiler
exactly.
alert:
It's
Trey Smith's
position,
not on the
right?
list at all. Trey Smith's not on there. And AI dissed Creed Humphrey because I went to search after I saw this video and was waiting for some other video. I started watching some other videos and I was like, wait a minute, I wonder how many centers got marked above him, if any. And I was up, and I think I was at 81. I was at Trent McDuffie, which
Hmm.
spoiler alert, he's 81.
Hmm.
Trent McDuffie was ranked 81, and there are corners above him, but we'll not get into that right now. AI told me that no centers as of the 29th of August, no centers had been listed in the top 100. So, lesson learned again: don't trust AI. AI is about as dependable as Wikipedia. Okay, it's not accurate. It's only as accurate as the stuff it's fed, and if it's fed garbage, spits out garbage. So, yeah, I was pretty dissed. I was pretty disappointed. I was pretty frustrated that the best center in football is ranked only as a 93. And again, we already know what's going on here. Spoiler alert. But let's hear Jameis Winston talk about it, because if anybody knows about throwing picks, it's that man, and the
He's
guy he
scrappy,
throws them to.
and he has great
It's
feet
guys
as
like
well.
this. Trent McDuffie, cornerback, number 81, Hong Forest. He didn't get his contract yet. It's early anyway. He's on contract for another year, so who cares? Just relax, everybody. Just chill out. I don't want to get into the weeds with it, but I will say, if it comes around next year and he's going after Deron Bland money, the kid who brought like 5 picks back last year for the Cowboys, that's not going to happen. He's going to get the Tyreek Hill situation. I like Trent a lot. I like him a lot. I kind of love him. I loved L'Jarius more, and L'Jarius is no longer a Chief. So if that tells
Right.
you anything, we're one of those teams that builds and builds behind the guy that's in the starting position. And when he gets too expensive, he moves on, and they push the next guy up. They
Right.
literally are a next to man up franchise. What were your thoughts when you saw 81 Hung Forest?
I mean, it is. I love Trent McDuffie as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, I'm okay with him at 81. He's really really talented, and I like watching him play. But like you said, though, we will never pay money for that position. So
Not $90 million.
uh, not at all. Not even close. Yeah, because same boat as you. I love L'Jarius Sneed and still follow him because I loved him so much. But yeah, 81. I think that's an okay spot for Trent. Maybe a little bit lower personally, but they didn't do him as wrong as they did Creed.
Right? I mean, but I felt like he came on later in the season when he finally got his first pick, and then back-to-back weeks he got his second pick. Like, it was great to see that finally happen for him.
Absolutely.
But then they have like Trey McBride listed super high, and the tight end for the Arizona Cardinals. He didn't get his first 2 touchdowns till the end of the season. And
Right.
in the drafting, I just started drafting. I did my first draft yesterday for an ESPN team with my buddy, and I'm going to do my Yahoo draft tonight. After I review the tape, guys, go over and check out Chiefs Concerns. Split the screen if you can, because right now they should be talking to Donnie Edwards, which is awesome.
Nice.
Donnie Edwards, they said, "Oh, this guy's great," blah 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 blah. And I saw the headline thing, and I was like, "Yeah, he is great." And I said, "He's actually smaller than you think." I met him in Santa Monica when I first moved to LA. I think he'd just been traded to the Chargers. I met him in Santa Monica, and I looked over. I was at a sports bar that's no longer there. It's now a shoe store. It was called Yankee Doodles. They had huge chicken wings, huge. It was so good. That was when I was in football shape, handsome actor, all that good stuff. Now, I still love the wings. Needless to say. But I saw him, and it was just like, "You're Donnie Edwards," like with a question mark at the end. "You're Donnie Edwards?" Like, almost shocked, because the face matched perfectly, but he wore some like big bulky pads. He's not a big dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at him going, I just finished playing semi-pro for 10 years, and I know if I could get my hands on you, I could push you around. Now, I don't know if I could get my hands on him, he's pretty fast. But he wasn't that
There's
big.
that.
And he just looked at me, and grinned with that. His grin said, "This is not something I haven't heard before." And I know what it is. You're thinking, I'm smaller than you thought. And he just simply smiled and said, "Yeah." He shook my hand and went back to his pool game. And I was like, that's my first cool moment living in LA. That was like the first week I was down there. So that was kind of cool.
I love
Um,
that. What a
you,
cool experience.
you do see people you don't normally see in regular everyday life that you see on television, see in sports when you're in LA walking around. So there's that. I don't know what it is now. You see homeless people now more. Unfortunately, it's a sad state of affairs down there, but we won't get into that. Trent McDuffie, I felt like the way they talk about him, he should have been rated higher. I think 81, okay, at least he's in there. At the end of the day, just to be in the top 100, I wish they didn't rank them. I wish they were
Yeah.
just like, this is the 100 best players in the NFL.
Right.
Top
Right.
100,
And
next
that's
name
like,
on the list. No rank, no, like, because you're starting to get weird now. Because, to be in that list is really, really hard in the first place. But I still, when your team is a championship team, you want to see them get ranked a little bit higher. The next guy on our list, let's let this play right
Tight
here.
end. His football IQ is off the charts.
Has anyone seen my stapler?
Remember Little Giants?
I love this part.
I can't see with this thing on!
Talking to Alex the Great. I loved it. Travis Kelce, number 37. He had a down year for Travis Kelce,
yeah.
but he had an excellent year for a tight end.
Mhm.
Dropped all the way down to 37. I think that people are trying to go, well, you can see the writing on the wall. It's coming. I think they've got Taylor fatigue.
Plenty of that.
I think they've got
They
Taylor
do.
fatigue, which annoys the crap out of me that they feel. The people that have that annoy me, not her. She's loving her man. She's supporting her man. She's a huge celebrity, and she acts like basically like a young woman in love, and comes out and supports her guy. And I dig that. That's great. You want that. And the begrudgingness, she shouldn't be excited up in the booth. Like, why not? Her man's doing stuff most people don't do. So let's let them have their moments. I think that he's whipped himself into wicked shape this offseason. He looks 5 years younger. What do you think is going to happen this season? Because I know that loss left a bad taste. As much as the loss against the Bucks left a bad taste in their mouth, after coming back, losing the AFC Championship to the Bengals, then winning 2 straight, and then losing the way they did against the Eagles, which I still say is their second worst Super Bowl loss. I'm sorry. That Buccaneers game was horrible.
Horrible.
The Eagles game, they saved some face in the second half. Everybody goes, oh, it wasn't all the start. No, there was a lot of starters in there. Don't even give me there wasn't all the starters. You just had no answer for Xavier Worthy, and we're hopefully going to find out Friday night that that's still the case. But what do you feel like Travis Kelce's going to be looking like this season?
I think he's going to look sharper than he has looked. And I think he's going to put the kibosh on the fact that people are talking about this is his last year. He needs to retire. He and Taylor Swift need to go off into the sunset.
I think, you know what? I think if they win a Super Bowl, I think he might. But he wasn't going out the way they went out last year. That wasn't happening.
Correct. Exactly. Why would you want to when you are a top tier tight end like and he's such a competitor? Why would you want to go out that way? It'd be like the unfinished story, like Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like how he. I wish that he could have stayed a Chief, retired as a Chief, but
Yeah.
I didn't like how that story ended. So
Him and Jared, for me, our defensive end should have retired a Chief and gone in the Hall of Fame as a Chief, not as a
Yeah.
Viking, which is
Agreed.
funny. Because he had a DUI. Carl's like, oh, we got to get rid of mine. I can't trust guys. He said, I promise I'll never. I found this thing called O'Doul's. It's like no alcohol. I just love the taste of beer. I'm not a big drunk. I just love the taste of beer.
Yeah.
And he went on O'Doul's and never got drunk, never got any kind of problems ever again, and just went crazy. So that's another one that was a kind of a disappointing one for me. I'll just send this out there. I don't know if there's any chance that Travis Kelce's going to hear this. Travis Kelce, let me tell you, as an actor who's been an actor for 20 years, and before and during that, I was a football player for 10 years, semi-pro. Play till the wheels fall off, because once you're done, once the game's done with you, you can't go back. It's over. It's done. You can act until you croak. You can be an old man in a cape playing King Lear, walking across the stage. You can be an old man in a hospital bed playing a patient. You can be anything you can imagine in your older years. But football will be gone forever. So once you walk away, understand that's it. So just throwing that out there. Play till the wheels fall off, man. I don't care if you play like a year too long and you have like 500 yards and 2 touchdowns and like 5 drops. Like, fine, you've earned it. You can have one crappy year and then get the hell out of the league. But just right now, I mean, as long as you and Taylor are happy. Now, if you're done, if you just don't want to, you definitely have nothing else to prove, man. Can we say that,
Right.
Hong Force? Is that fair?
Absolutely say that. It's more than fair. It's very valid. He has nothing else to prove.
This man is I know normally it's reserved for quarterbacks and defensive, like the flashy positions. He's made this spot. Him, Gronkowski, Gonzalez, guys like that have made this a flashy spot. This is rubber stamp it, lick it, first ballot Hall of Fame. This dude's going in. There's going to be no discussion. If there's a debate at the table, those people all need to be slapped in the face. Like, like 7 years in a row, over 1,000. Like, he's done things no tight end's ever done before. So, and also championship so far. And he's not done yet. So anyway, let's move on from number 37. I'll accept it. It's not, he had a down year, like I said, for Travis Kelce, but not for, football players in general. This next guy is
When I
a
say
fan
Chris
favorite.
Jones and Lamar are similar, I don't believe that in terms of like the type of player. But the way that Lamar
There he
can
is.
stop and
Chris,
start,
buddy.
like Chris Jones can just turn on when he want to be.
Chris
like,
Jones,
unstoppable.
top 12. I'll take it.
I'll take it too. Yeah, for sure.
The sacks weren't all world, but the pressure and the threat to the offense every down was ever present, like always. He's down 6 spots from last year from number 6. I do believe. I mean, they say that this all happens before the end of the playoffs, right? The final decisions are all in.
Voting, yes.
I just wonder if that's true. And I do know that the way we limped through some games, everybody's like, "Oh, they got lucky." It's not luck. If you're a great team, you close those games out. You make them happen. So, I feel like that there was a little luster off of our Chiefs this year.
Mm-hmm.
You need to stop, doggy. Shh. My dog's whining now. She wants to go out again. She's gone out 5 times today. She's trying to go out again. No. Anyway, you don't get that on cable TV, folks. Anyway, I don't think you want it either, but I digress. I think this year they're going to amp things up a little bit more. We come away with the Super Bowl, I think we'll see everybody's numbers jump a little bit, regardless of if their stats are similar to last year or not. Which brings me to the final man on the list, whose numbers were down compared to normal, but who's the best quarterback in football? Just ask this guy, Demario Davis.
Athlete, rare, and champion.
Athlete, rare, and champion. Down 1 from last year, from 4 to 5. In the midst of his... Okay, I don't want to hear anyone complain ever again about, oh, well, Lamar had better stats last year. He should have got the MVP over John. Patrick Mahomes, do you understand he had 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards at 23 years old? First guy ever to do it since Peyton Manning. And before that, no one ever did it. You know what his rank was that year? 4. Not 1, 4. So I don't want to hear about stats should tell the tale, because he did everything and got knocked out in the AFC Championship and got 4. So Patrick Mahomes, he actually got 1 the year after we lost to the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Because that year, and I watched that one. I might share it with the guys later after you have to head out, because I don't want to waste our time together talking about past stuff. But it was interesting to watch. He's been every year since he's been a starter. He's been in the top 100. He's got 2 number 1s. I believe he's got 2 number 4s, a 5, an 8, and something else. I don't know if a 3 or so. I could look at him again, but he's just all over the top 10. But one of the number 1s was after the Bucs game, and it was really cool because I hadn't seen the NFL films of the Bucs sideline during that game. And Huong, they gushed. They were like, the offensive guys are like, "Did you see? How did he? What?" They're like, minds are melting. Like, how did he get the ball off? Let alone he hit the guy right in the face mask and he dropped the like. They should be killing us. Like these offensive guys in the Buccaneers were just like, enamored. Like, I knew he was good, but bro, like, they're like watching him make these plays under massive duress. And there's a clip been going around recently, and I'm not going to share that tonight, but just look it up on X. A number of people shared different clips of his highlights, stating, like, I don't understand how everyone doesn't look at him as the best quarterback in the league. And they're just showing all these clips. And the one thing the clips have in common, Hong, is solid left tackle play.
Absolutely.
The clips that they're on those highlight reels, it's like the difference it makes when you give him 1 second or a second and a half of no duress, of he knows the left side is locked and loaded for blocking. He's not thinking about that left side. He just cuts teams apart. And now he's done it still when he's had to run around inside the pocket. We've seen him win Super Bowls doing that in certain situations. But if Jeffrey Simmons works out this year, or sorry, Josh Simmons, I don't know why I keep calling him Jeffrey. That's the D tackle for the Titans. He's been around for a minute. That name's in my head. If Josh Simmons is everything that he looks like he's going to be, oh my gosh, league, look out.
Absolutely.
Which brings me to some highlights of top plays from this past season. First of all, let me look at the rosters really quick before we go into the highlights. Okay, so facing us is the Chargers. All right, and their starting roster, obviously Justin Herbert. They've got Amarian Hampton, their rookie, listed as the starting back over Najee Harris, who's now good to go as their number 2.
Yep.
Hassan Haskins, the former Michigan Wolverine, he's number 3. Lad McConkey is awesome. He's the starting wide receiver on one side. And Quentin Johnson, who was dinged up, apparently he's good to go because he's on there. As is Keenan Allen, he's back in the fold. Another year older. He seems like he's been playing the league forever. Will Disley's the sneaky good tight end. Joe Alt's going to be playing left tackle. They got Scott Matlock at fullback. Not that it's fullbacks, but I don't think he's going to be seeing the ball as much as he's going to be blocking. Joe Alt's moved over to left tackle. So, you know, our guy's son, our man's son is going to be over there on the left side where I think he belongs. But he's only there because Rashawn Slater got hurt. He's out for the season. Zion Johnson left guard, Bradley Bozeman center, Mekhi Becton, the reclamation project from the Jets, who turned out really good for them last year at right guard, is back again at right guard. And Trey Pipkins III gets the honor of playing the right side against George Karlaftis and whoever else they rotate over there. Good luck, Trey. You're going to need it. Rashawn Slater's injured for the season, and Savion Washington's out, so they're going with 8 O linemen, which could be tricky. It could be tricky. But that's good for us. That's good for Sac Nation. Defensively, Denzel Perryman is back. Khalil Mack's back. Bud Dupree's rotating behind Khalil, but he's not the same Bud as a few years ago with the Steelers. And, of course, Derwin James Jr. Their stud safety's back there. Always see good battles between him and Kelsey. No Joey Bosa. And then special teams, Dicker the kicker, and some other guys that aren't, household names. What are your thoughts on the Chargers roster?
They got a strong roster. They got lots of players that I've drafted on in my fantasy teams. And I'm in 4. So,
yeah.
I mean, they've got a strong roster. But I think this is something that we see with the Chargers year after year, especially as of the last few seasons, especially you and I talking football these last few years here. They are strong on paper. Their roster is strong. But then, pieces don't come together the way you expect them to with the strength that they have in their roster. So it'll be interesting to see how they come together. But I just don't think that they have figured out what that glue is to make them as strong as they appear to be.
Right. They've also lost Josh Palmer. The other tight end they had, I can't remember his name, but the 6'7" guy that would always make a handful of plays for him every year. He's not there anymore. Like Tyler Conklin's their new addition, the tight end from the Jets. He's decent. Aronde Godson II at tight end for them, former Syracuse wide receiver. He played tight end his last year at Syracuse. He's descendant of the original Aronde Godson, former NFL football player. I believe he was a receiver for the Chicago Bears a long time ago. He's sneaky good. He's got some talent. He's not going to be huge. He's going to be kind of like Jody Fortson for us was kind of. He's kind of be a developmental guy like that. I think they've got a solid roster. I think they have a solid roster every year. I think their defense isn't as strong as it was because they've gotten older and lost some guys. And I looked at them yesterday and I was like looking at it going, you know what? They're kind of like what we were before Alex Smith and all that. They're kind of like that team that have players. Now they're better because they had Herbert and stuff like that. But even when we had Trent Green, we'd always lose guys. Guys would get hurt. Guys would get nicked up. Lose Priest Holmes in the prime of his career. Like stuff would always.
Yeah.
We always seemed to be cursed. We'd have like
Right in
these
that.
injuries that would just jack our seasons up. Because I mean, when we had Alex come over as our starter, how many years in a row? And they're doing it again this year with the Broncos, and also some people are pushing the Chargers up there. But how many years in a row do we say, "Well, this will be the year the Chargers take back the AFC West"? No, this will be the year the Chargers. We heard that every year.
It's said. Exactly.
And Alex Smith was like, again? Really? Okay. Well, I guess we'll just go beat him. Okay. Let's go show everybody again. And now Patrick's been doing that, handling things very well. I think they're a solid team. I don't think they're great. I think they're solid to very good. I think the Chiefs have a great football team. And let's go ahead and look at our roster right now. We obviously have Patrick, the man. Gardner Minshew comes over. And I think I stated before, the thing I like about this is when games get to be, if we get situations, hopefully we have those a few times this year, where it's like mop-up time, where we get a nice good lead, and it's like Patrick can rest and save his body.
Yeah.
Gardner's going to be the most aggressive quarterback Patrick's ever had behind him.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, because he likes to fling that ball, and he's shown in the preseason he can do it with these group of guys. He's not afraid to pull the trigger. And
Not at all.
Yeah, one of the top 100 with Patrick Mahomes again. Gardner Minshew was on there like 3 different times, just going on about Patrick and how great he is. And this is when he was a Jaguars quarterback. So it's kind of cool to see the dual jorts on the same team now. And he's been a fan of Patrick for a minute. Isaiah Pacheco looks like he's running angry again. He was
He
beating
looks
up
so
that
good.
grass. I watched the highlights against Chicago today just to refresh my memory of what the first team offense looked like, and it was impressive. Now again, I know it's preseason. Kareem Hunt, I love having him back there again. Elijah Mitchell and Brashard Smith. I like Carson Steele a lot, but Elijah Mitchell and Brashard Smith are an upgrade over Carson Steele being our third back. And Carson's still on the team. He's on the practice squad, which I love. They brought him back. Speaking of guys in the practice squad, I'll skip over the receivers for a second because we got Travis Kelce, we got Noah Gray and Jared Wiley. Dare I do it? Yeah, not this Noah Wiley, but Noah Gray and Jared Wiley. Gotta play the dad jokes. Noah Gray and Jared Wiley, some really nice tight ends, and Big Bob Tunyon's on the 53-man roster.
Yeah.
I was very excited
I'm
to see
excited
that.
that they brought him back. Were you excited to see
Very
that?
excited because this dude made Aaron Rodgers an MVP candidate.
Yeah,
This dude,
for sure.
this dude can play some football. He's another big-bodied guy with solid strength and speed and great hands to take pressure off Travis. To keep everything for me is about you 3 guys keep Travis fresh for the playoffs.
Absolutely.
That's your job. Don't drop the ball. Know your routes. Don't suck. And keep Travis fresh. Don't make us miss Travis every time he comes off the field because he's actually willing to do it now. Apparently, the word from camp is he's matured enough that he's willing to take himself off the field, which he's not been wanting to do in the past. So I'm very excited to see that group of 4 working together. My daughter's doing walrus sounds in the background.
Wasn't sure if that was the dog.
No, that's her. That's her. She. Don't get me started. She's very funny. But yeah, I'm excited about that group of 4, and then wide receiver room. We're missing Rasheed Rice, obviously the 6-game suspension. Jalen Royals, who I can't wait to see this kid play. We're gonna have to wait. He's out for this week.
Yeah.
And you look at our starting roster with receivers. Our starting 3 are Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Juju Smith-Schuster. Like, I'm good. And those 4 tight ends, and then Brownlee acquitted himself really well in the preseason. Tyquan Thornton looks like he's got the offense now, and with his and Worthy speed on the outside, you got Juju Smith-Schuster crossing over the middle, Hollywood Brown inside and outside. Like, dude, it's gonna be fun if he gets time to throw the football. Man, I pity the fool who thinks that we're not going to put points up on Friday, because this team's got some good pieces. Our offensive line, obviously bringing back Creed, Trey, Juwan. Josh Simmons is the big it factor. We'll see how that works out. On left tackle, I feel really good about everything. Everything out of camp. We know, folks, this team is not a team that pushes guys into the starting role before they're ready. And the minute this guy started taking snaps, they're like, no, he's the guy. He's him at left tackle. So, and Kingsley, people talk a lot of trash about Kingsley, but when he was playing left guard and Josh is on the field, Kingsley looks like a mauler at left guard. What are your feelings about our offensive line right now?
I think they're strong. I'm excited to see them have more playtime together and just to solidify even more. So I'm not worried. There are a couple of names, that I'm a little bit hesitant about, but I think overall we've got a really strong group.
Right, and I think one of the names you might be a little concerned about would be Jawan Taylor.
Correct.
If he's having a rough game, the fact that we have Jalen Moore right there,
Yeah.
the fact that he's right, Jalen Moore is our swing tackle, folks. This is a guy who started like 7 or 8 games for the 49ers last year and didn't miss a beat when Trent Williams was out. This is our third string tackle. Do you know how different that makes our line feel? Like seeing tape of Patrick Mahomes given time to throw and then knowing what our offensive line looks like right now has me very stoked. Special teams, I'll skip over the defense really quickly. Special teams, because I want to mention a guy I didn't mention with the wide receivers. Obviously, Harrison Butker and Matt Araiza nailed down our kicking duties. James Winchester's back. He's going to be the man, long snapper. Nico Remigio, anybody who watched the first episode of the franchise, if you're not, I liked him fine before. I was like, I like this guy on the team. If you watch that episode and you're not a fan rooting for this kid now, you're heartless. This dude, I mean, what were your thoughts, Huong?
I love the kid. I really like him. And I don't know about you guys, but I tend to go and follow players on their social medias. But I also follow his, I think, fiance or wife as well. And she packs food for him, like Filipino food, and he brings it along to training camp. It's so cute. No, I'm a big fan of him, both as a player and just him as the human that he is. And I'm really rooting for him to have a really standout season.
He seems like he really cares.
Yes.
He reminds me of Jody, our tight end. Like I said, that kid, when he kept getting hurt, not that Remigio's had that problem. He got hurt one time, but I was always rooting for Jody because in the camp, it just looked like he wanted it so bad. He was trying so hard, and I'm glad he got some rings with us. I wish him luck. But that other guy we didn't mention, that's going to be backing up those running backs and on special teams duty, Ricky Brashard Smith. I'm excited about this kid. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. I don't want to go out. I don't think I'm going on a limb to say that if it clicks, I like Elijah Mitchell fine. Hunt and Pacheco are our top 2 backs. Pacheco number 1, obviously. Hunt number 2. Yeah. But if it clicks mid-season for Brashard Smith, we will have Jerick McKinnon 2.0 in this offense. And look out, folks, because that kid catching the ball into the backfield, running routes, running the football. That kid's sneaky dangerous for his size. He's got a really good size-speed combo for a smaller guy. I'm excited to see what this guy can do during the regular season. Obviously, our defensive suspects are all back. George Karlaftis, Chris Jones, Mike Dana, Drew Tranquil, Nick Bolton, Leo Chenal, Trent McDuffie, Shamari Connor, Brian Cook, Jalen Watson. We have Josh Williams, of course. Add in there Jaden Hicks, obviously working with Brian Cook at the safety spot. They have Shamari Connor listed as a safety. I think it's going to be a 3-safety situation when he's out there doing that, or he'll be at nickel. Then Christian Fulton is an addition. Now we have Noah Williams, looks really good as a rookie. Najee, Dion Bush, and Eric Scott Jr. are all on IR right now. Some backup guys. Obviously, Felix is on IR. We brought Derek Nottie back from the Jets. Omar Norman Lott's starting over Derek Nottie. So they obviously like this kid.
They like him a lot. And I think that was a name that we heard time and time again through training camp and the preseason here. So it says a lot that he's going to be starting over a Chiefs favorite, Derek Nottie.
And him and Jalot and Jeffrey Bossa, Cooper McDonald made the team. I mean, our rotation of linebackers I really like. The intelligence, the size, the speed combination, I think they're going to be dangerous, and they're going to be flying around. We're going to need them to do that against the running backs we're facing in week 1 because it's going to be all day. It's going to be Amarian and Najee left and right. Last year was the first season where I think it was their lowest season, like 10 games only, where they threw the ball 30 times or more, the Chargers. Before that, it was like 16 or 17 games a year. They'd throw the ball 30-plus times. But with Jim Harbaugh, it's a little bit of Marty Ball. It's a little bit of Marty Ball. So, what are your feelings for this weekend's game? We got a couple minutes left before we're going to lose Huong Forest. I need your scores. I need your sacks. I need your turnovers. What do you got for me?
I am really, really excited. And Danilo, I'm hoping this isn't the case. Maybe this was an earlier chat, but when they said they can't hear you in the chat there, I hope that was from earlier.
I hope that was earlier too. Hang on one second. I'm going to switch this over to the double screen.
Okay.
I definitely have my mic showing up on the screen. I think it was when I initially started.
Perfect. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure I didn't notice that chat earlier. Yeah, so this game, week 1 here, I'm really, really excited. I think that we will come away with the victory. Of course, score prediction. I'm not quite ready, but I'm thinking I'd like to start us off with a 30 burger. I want to say 40 burger, but I'm going to keep it very real. Let's go 38-27. Chiefs, of course. And number of sacks this game, I think we're going to be, let's say 5 sacks. I feel pretty good about that number.
Okay.
Yeah. What else do we need?
I'm going to go turnovers.
Okay. Turnovers, I say we force 3 turnovers.
I'm going to go with you on the 3 turnovers because I think they're going to be pushed to have to try to score late game. They're going to make some mistakes. I'm going to say 4 sacks. I'm going to be a little trepidatious. I'm going to give us a little because I want to see Menahu's legs back because I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that explosiveness that he normally has. If he's back all the way in the first quarter, it's going to be 5 or 6 sacks because those guys are going to get off the ball. I'm going to say 4 sacks. I'm going to say 3 takeaways. I am going to go 40 burger. I'm going to say 42-21, and I think it's going to be like 35-17 late. They're going to put Minshew in there with like 7 minutes to go, which is still plenty of time. You got to eat some clock. And I think Minshew's going to get the team down the field and score a touchdown, and then the Chargers are going to come scrambling back and try to get another score. They're going to get a score run at a time, and it's going to look closer than the game really was. I think we're going to finish. It's going to be 42-14 when we give them the ball back, or maybe 42-17, and then they're going to come down and score a touchdown and make it a little closer. I think we're going to get them. I think we're going to bite them good. I think the odds are stacked against us. We got a lot of injuries right now. We got a lot of guys on IR. Don't want to hear about we had everybody healthy. We did not. Most of our stars are healthy, thank goodness, except for a key wide receiver and a key rookie wide receiver. But that's nothing, right? Because we're the Chiefs.
We've got death, so we're good.
Yes, and we had to go to Brazil later. We didn't get there as early as the Chargers did, and we're staying 2 hours from the stadium. What the heck is that? Seriously,
Yeah.
They got a 2-hour bus ride before the game. It's like
How
this
close
is
are
like
the Chargers? Do we know?
the Chargers. I believe are on location because they're the home team, so they get the home facilities. So we got to travel in. They don't have to travel. We got to travel in 2 hours. So, what team in the NFL, riddle me this, and I already know the answer, it's a rhetorical question. What team in the NFL has to travel 2 hours when they're the away team at an NFL stadium? I'll give you the answer. 0. There's no situation across America where you're the away team and you're at the location and you got to still travel 2 hours before the game. So
Nope. Going to be pretty interesting.
yeah, list me is not a fan of these international games that are in situations like that. If you're not able to be on the same location, I'm not interested. I'm sorry, Brazil, especially week 1, Huong Forest. Week 1.
Right. Week 1, international stage. My goodness.
You're gonna limit the amount of Chief fans that can get to that football game. I don't like that. You're coming off a Super Bowl loss. I'm hoping the last thing I'll say is I hope the Cowboys kick the Eagles' teeth in tomorrow night. I'm going to go on about that game in a minute when you take off. What do you think the score is going to be tomorrow night with the Cowboys and Eagles? Do you have one? Just throw it out there. First thing that comes in your head.
17-14. Is that disrespectful?
No. I posted something today. It was like something like 17-14 or 14-10 with 3 yards and a cloud of dust because I hope Marty's son plays Marty ball and just grinds them into the ground. It's like, you think you run the ball? Okay, we're going to run the ball. And we're going to just eat the clock. And I'll get into that with you guys in a minute. We got to say goodbye to this lovely lady because she's got stuff to do, things to do. It's a pleasure having you. As always, I'm going to let her say the final 2 words for herself.
Absolutely. The show's not ending yet, but go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. Thanks, Hong. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, we're going to switch my monitor over here because obviously I'm invisible because that's a different camera setup. But, guys, this game this week is going to be the starting point of a big season for us. I believe that this Chiefs team is teed up to go off. They're not happy. This is one of the best teams in the history of the league. best franchises in the history of the league. They're not happy with what's gone on. They're not happy with how things have transpired. They've had to listen all offseason to people talking about them getting kicked in the teeth. And they did. They did. They admittedly did not do well. It's a rough season, rough situation, rough to watch. Let's jump over to the preview screen and watch some videos on some highlights of some people and some comments and some things like that. Just I'll let the video talk for itself.
Changing the narrative on Buffalo, that is honestly probably the number one thing for me. You know, I hear it on TV. I hear it on, you know, I'm not even watching a football game or not even a football broadcast or whatever, and they refer to that, this area, and I'm not even going to say it. It's like they don't know this community, they don't know us, and just because it didn't work out 4 years in a row, nobody's ever going to do that again. People don't ignite. This is, you talk about, now you're going to get me going.
So apparently, Sean McDermott's upset that people are talking about the Chiefs possibly going back for a fourth year in a row. As much as people want to say that this dynasty's over, this team's done, I think that's crazy talk. Thanks, Schlock, for reading the announcement. He couldn't hear me. What's up, my boy? Good to see you, sir. Am I on every Thursday now? No, it's Wednesday today, is it not? My brain not working? What's going on? No, it's Wednesday today. I'm on Wednesday. We're on Wednesdays. Last week I did Thursday because the Micah Parsons situation happened, so I did a little special segment then. But we're still going to be on every Wednesday. That's our plan. Getting back to this thing with Sean McDermott, it's interesting because let's go back to the just chatting screen really quickly because I got to switch that camera off so I can be in video for you guys on the other page. It's interesting because I understand they're frustrated, but this is a team that hasn't won anything yet. Their quarterback got the MVP last year. I watched the first episode of the Hard Knocks with the Bills today and was reminded sweetly of the fact that I remember watching his tape with Wyoming the year we were going into the draft to get Patrick Mahomes and being almost certain that we weren't going to get Patrick Mahomes because other GMs, other coaches were going to see his tape and go, we want that guy. And a number of teams did want him. We all know the history. We traded up 17 spots and stole him from Pittsburgh and New Orleans. And the rest is history, and it's amazing history. But in that moment, I was watching tape of that kid going, next year, this kid's coming out. This is the guy I want. Josh Allen, I like Joe Burrow's got a great game. Lamar Jackson's a talented guy. You know, Jalen Hurts got a lot of heart. If we were in another universe where we didn't have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen would be the quarterback I would want. Patrick Mahomes is my favorite quarterback ever. Second favorite is Steve Young. Third is Josh Allen. Simple as that. I mean, Josh is just a good cat too. He's a good kid, good person, cares about he's Patrick Mahomes in another city. You know, bigger, taller, both athletic, both got big arms, both love the game, both sweat and bleed for the game. You know, I can't hate on that kid. But to say that this team, this franchise, these Chiefs are not going to go to a fourth straight Super Bowl because nobody's ever going to do that again, I think is nearsighted. I made a joke about it. I said, yeah, he's right. Nobody's ever going to go and lose 3-4 Super Bowls in a row because any, championship team worth their druthers is going to win at least one, maybe two of those. Burn. That was a burn for Sean McDermott, not for Josh and those guys. And sometimes you're just born at the wrong time. Sometimes you're born in the era where you're playing Jordan, and you're not going to win NBA championships till he leaves. This has not been exactly that because Patrick Mahomes, unlike Joe Montana, has lost Super Bowls, but football is the ultimate team game. Basketball, you can't have one or two guys take over the whole game. You can. Football, you will not have one or two guys take over the whole game. There are 11 people on the field that have a say about what happens. There's a lot more unknowables in a football game. Let's put it that way. Let me switch this camera over and go back to the other screen for you guys. Back to video review. There's my head. All right, guys. I want to touch a little bit on the Cowboys situation. As we already know, they traded away Micah Parsons, and a lot of people are talking about, oh, it's like the Reggie White trade from the Philadelphia Eagles over to the the Green Bay Packers back in the day. I don't think so. I think it's more like the Cowboys traded when they traded Herschel Walker. And the reason for that is their depth at the position. You can either keep one guy and pay him $188 million. $188 million. They wanted to give him $40 million. He had to have 47. Does it sound familiar to you? Was there not a receiver on a team a couple of years ago that wanted to wear red and gold, but he wanted $30 million plus a year? 32, I think, or 33. And the team wanted to give him like 27 or 28 million, and it wasn't enough. It's not enough. I can have those extra $2 million so I can have bragging rights on the next guy that comes up that's going to, or push the rate of our rate. I don't understand what gets in these guys' heads. You have your quarterback sitting right there taking less money than he's worth, according to the league values. Not even top 10 paid quarterback in the league. Taking it on the chin, as much as you can call $500 million, taking it on the chin, so that the team can thrive. And then one guy comes along and goes, I'm more important than the team. I need all the money. And that team was the Chiefs, and they told Tyreek Hill, we love you. Bye. And proceeded to win back-to-back Super Bowls without him. Without much of an offense compared to what they had before, to be honest. Great defense, solid offense, but not great offense. Substandard numbers for what we normally put up. Didn't matter. We got the one playing quarterback. We got 15. Patrick Mahomes. And we're going to make it happen with or without you. That was the mentality. Well, Micah Parsons decided he wanted to be the guy that gets all the money, and they couldn't make it happen without him. We'll see. But I'm looking at that roster, and they traded him away, and they got Kenny Clark. So let's take a look at Kenny Clark's tape right here.
You immediately take back. My hand's this.
Kenny Clark is a starting defensive tackle.
It's all part of the day.
Kenny Clark is number 97. He's good against the run, and he's a year removed from having 7 sacks from the defensive tackle spot. He's a better run defender than Micah Parsons, and he's a penetrating D tackle.
Second and
He's
2.
30-ish, sure,
Taylor
but he's still playing like a baller.
is close.
If you get a year or two out of him, you got a Diggy Zula there. Listen, he's playing so well still right now. We'll watch one more play and then
For
go
a
back to the
touchdown, but
roster.
we
I'll
saw
show
that
you.
they ruled then a muff at the 3, and that's how the first half ended with a
He
Clark
just stuffs the
tackle.
run. I'll watch a little bit more with you guys. Watch his head. Watch his eyes. As he holds the blocker up, he's looking in the backfield. Where's the runner? Where's the runner? Let me get the runner. Where's the quarterback? Let me get the quarterback.
Oliver,
He
the
keeps the
tight
guy
end
at
motion.
this one, shaves down the line, and finishes the play.
Joe Mixon's a load, and they do a good job coming off the ball.
I would have loved to get Kenny Clark. You kidding me?
So they
Kenny
give it to
Clark
the load
inside
we
was.
just described.
I love Derek Nottie, but I'd rather have Kenny Clark. But that wasn't an option. And I'm so glad we have Derek Nottie back because we got a guy we know we can trust. He knows the system, he knows the team. Okay, Kenny Clark was so good that Mozzie Smith, who they took out of Michigan a couple years ago, or a year ago, he's now backing up. He's moved to backup duty. It's going to be Kenny Clark and Adigizua in the middle. And look at the starting ends. Sam Williams, remember him from a couple years ago? Sam Williams can get after it, folks. Let's watch little highlights in his pro play. We won't even go back to the college stuff.
Back into the
11's not on the field. That's all right. Sam's got it. There's 11. 11 is on the field. What happened to 11 on that play? 11's right here getting blocked.
back into
And 98 and 54, that's a Diggy Zoo, I believe, and 54 are in the backfield. Okay. He's got more sand in his pants than Micah does. Mike, don't get me wrong, Micah's a baller. He's a stud athlete. But sometimes you just need a big man to push guys out of the way and get back there. Here he is again, 54. Busts right through the middle of the line. Stuffs him for a loss. What do we say about tackles for loss on this channel?
Sam Williams getting a little time.
Tackles
The
for loss
rookie
are
second rounder out of
9/10 of a
Mississippi.
sack.
The big plays down the field, right?
It's the
them
same
snap
result.
it
The only
one
difference
more
is
time.
not hitting the quarterback.
They think the longer the drive
Downs
goes, you
over,
see a nice
downs
job.
lost, and you lost yardage. I know every once in a while this guy's getting blocked, he's going to go out there and make a play on the ball.
Higby was well covered by Sam
Will they miss
Williams.
Micah Parsons? Maybe.
inside the slot.
They could.
Coming after him.
Could two guys replace his numbers? There's Sam getting to the quarterback again.
That is Sam Williams. This
You get the point. Sam's a good ball player, man. And on the other side, they got Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler's a great pass rusher. And then there's this kid right here, Donovan Ezeruku, sorry. Draft pick this year, their second draft pick out of Boston College. Let's watch a little tape of this kid. Bust right through the middle of the line, sack against number 10 Florida State.
with a
Ezra
big
Raku,
sack
they
for
call him.
BC back outside the
I guess
10.
we'll go with that.
That's a great pass rush by Ezra Raku.
He just swims inside the left tackle and just makes it
You see him there with the
like a
arm
turnstile.
coverage down here at the bottom of the screen.
Here's again.
And they will snap.
This time he pushes him off, powers him, and then cuts back inside again.
A sidearm lob, and it's intercepted.
Forces interception.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Let's watch another play.
First and
Ezra
goal,
Raku.
Boston
This is a
College.
rookie now.
Absolutely right, Chris. I was down there pregame. I was like, man.
Backpedaling, Uyunglele.
Keeps the
He
pressure
just
up.
has to dirt
Keeps
the
the
ball
pressure up.
backfield.
Waste the
In
pass.
the backfield.
Oh, look out,
Some
Mizzou.
trouble, dumps it off to him, and
Pressure, bad
Ezra
throw.
Raku
That's a hurry.
Field position.
Next play. Next highlight play. Let's just get the quarterback all the way this time.
First time, full times.
Lewis.
Comes in.
Charles on a play fake.
You're going to put a tight end on him? No.
Pressures,
Or was that a tackle?
Lewis.
I think
Charles
it was
on
a
a
tight
play
end.
fake. Ezra Raku pressures, hangs it up, and
He's really good at messing up
there's
the
the
play.
first down snap for Childs.
And he gets to the
now
quarterback.
he's in trouble. He's gonna
How
be-
much does he get to the quarterback? Well, if we look at Micah Parsons' stats, the year he was drafted out of Penn State, he had 5 sacks. But I remember when we watched tape on him, we watched tape on guys like him. It's like we also got to look at TFLs because it's a team game. He's causing pressures. He's getting tackles for loss. He got 14 tackles for loss and 5 sacks in his final year at Penn State as a sophomore. That's 19 essentially similar plays. Okay? You get those 19 similar plays that are basically tackles for loss, sacks, you're being an effective pass rusher. That's the way we look at it. How did Ezra Raku do? Shocker, spoiler alert, he did better. While we wait for the screen to load up. 16 and a half sacks and 21 tackles for loss. Do you think maybe the defensive line coaches and the defensive coordinator know something that we don't? Do you think maybe they think they got a diamond in the rough right here? Maybe not even in the rough, just a freaking diamond ready to shine? And they're saving $188 million. They gave $90 million to Deron Bland, their stud corner, who brought back 5 picks for touchdowns last year, a year ago, and still have $90 billion left over. So you want 2 players for $188 million? 2 players for $188 million, 5 players for $188 million. How many guys are you going to get? Well, that's not all they did. They also went and picked up C.J. Mosley, a leader, a stud linebacker, a guy who can run, a guy who can control the defense. He's going to probably be the green dot, or he'll be rotating it with somebody. Let's watch a little C.J. Mosley tape. This dude's a headache, man.
Stupid ass cutback. Cutback.
Language, stupid ass cutback.
What? Soft ass. Always running away.
Okay, let's watch more plays. A year removed from being number 46 in the top 100, and the Cowboys just plucked him off free agency yesterday.
C.J. Mosley is a lot like Batman villain Bane. Really strong.
Okay, we'll watch all that stuff.
At
Let's watch
Buffalo,
some plays.
knocks out guard coming around. It was like a lead play. CJ comes down, knocks out the guard, and then at the same time somehow, and I'm just there.
Somehow, well,
All right, party after football. Don't meet me there. Beat me there.
You know, you always trying to fly to the ball. Don't nothing make him flinch.
4th down and goal inside the 1.
This guy's gonna be a
Running
problem.
left, Williams.
He's probably going to end up playing some tomorrow.
Stop. It's a goal line stand.
He's in shape. He gets some reps for sure.
He bring that hammer.
C.J. Mosley bringing the thunder. C.J. Mosley was right there to lower
Man,
the boom on
James
James
Cook,
Cook.
Ooh, smart.
Get down. I'd get
He's
down
great in
too.
cover.
I'd get down too. Don't forget, they've also got Solomon Thomas, the Cowboys have. Let's go back to the Cowboys roster. I don't know if they even have him listed yet. No, they don't have him listed yet. But he just got picked up. So maybe he'll be there next week. But C.J. Mosley's now a Dallas Cowboy. So they got Kenny Clark. They got C.J. Mosley. They got Sam Williams waiting in the wings to be a starter. They drafted Donovan Ezraku. They've got Dante Fowler on the other side. I think they're going to be all right. Mozzie Smith is their rotational defensive tackle. Solomon Thomas, who played against us in the Super Bowl a few years ago, he's another rotational defensive tackle. I think the Dallas Cowboys defense got better. Because if you paid Micah Parsons. You're not getting Kenny Clark. You're not signing C.J. Mosley. And if you've got a kid in Donovan who looks like he could be the next version or iteration or maybe a little poor man's version of Micah Parsons, he's going to be sitting on the bench. Now he's going to probably get a chance to get more reps because Dante Fowler is not going to play all game. Sam Williams might, unless he needs a breather. But between the two of them, he's probably going to get rotation in there. That kid could come along and be something. Meanwhile, they re-signed Deron Bland, who's strong. They got Trevon Diggs, who's strong. Donovan Williams is a pickoff machine. Malik Hooker's a solid safety. And they picked up Kyrie Elam, who could be really good in that system. Let's see what they do. Jack Sanborn, solid rotational linebacker. Let's see what they do. But I think Sam Williams, Kenny Clark, Odigizua, Dante Fowler, the rookie Donovan, Mozzie Smith, Solomon Thomas, and C.J. Mosley is better than that list without Kenny Clark, without C.J. Mosley, and with Donovan getting a lot fewer reps. But maybe that's just me. And not crippling your future. Oh, and by the way, 2 first-round picks. Are we crazy, folks? Like, everybody says, oh, you didn't get the number of people that they got when they traded Herschel Walker. No, not on paper in the initial trade statement. But when you add Kenny Clark, you add C.J. Mosley, you get Donovan in the mix. You're getting 3 more players, rotational reps. 3 guys that could be starters. Well, one of them's already a starter, obviously. Sam Williams is getting moved up to the starting spot. Let's see what Sam Williams does. Everybody was loving him coming out of college, out of Ole Miss. What else do we got here in the chat? Let me get some chat here. I think the Chiefs will be ready for this game. Run defense will be tested in the play-action defense. That's what this game's plan will be. I think the Chiefs' D-line is going to smother Herbert in crucial situations. I hope you're right. I'm all messed up due to Labor Day. It's okay, man. We all are. It's been a fun week. It's been a quick week. McDermott, Skeletron. You mean Skeletor? McDermott will be fired by next season. It's possible. We'll see what happens. Now, if they do well again, there's no reason to fire him. You can't. Not everybody can win, you know, and you're not going to make the team better. Well, maybe you will by getting rid of a guy. What's up, Colossal? Kevin Capel, how you doing, sir? Gary Holland, always good to see you, sir. Everyone in the chat, love having you. Kevin Capel says, good to see you, Dan Hong. Let's crush the Chargers. Unfortunate the Brass think they can get away with Cook and Hicks at safety. Will be the 32nd ranked safety room in the league. I don't think so. I think we're going to be good. I thought Jaden Hicks had made some great plays last year. I think Cook did well coming back from injury. I think we're going to be doing all right. I think from what I've seen in the franchise, I like the leadership mentality that's developing in Cook a lot. I like that a lot. I like seeing what I'm seeing there. What else do we have here? Anything else I want to share with you? I don't want to forget anything that I pulled up here. We got all the players I listed. I think we're going to possibly go back to a 4th Super Bowl. I think we're going to likely go back to a 4th Super Bowl. Are the odds against it? Yes, absolutely. But the odds are also against Patrick Mahomes having 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards in a season ever again. And yet I think he's going to do that this year. The odds are against a 3-time MVP, winning MVP again. And yet I think he's going to do that again. 3-time Super Bowl MVP. I think this is going to be an all-Chiefs season. I think this is going to be a season that puts the last, icing on the cake of anybody and everybody who's sitting in the weeds going, yeah, but are they really a dynasty? Just everyone's going to go, shut up. The most avid hater of the Chiefs is going to look at them and go, seriously, bro? What are you talking about? I think we're done with this. Let's go over to the Chiefs chat screen. I think we're done with this phase of people talking trash, people thinking that this team's not going to be something great. This team is something great. This team has been something great. This team will continue to be great. Patrick Mahomes turns 30. Turns 30 this year. What's he got left? 7, 8, 10, 12 years? If he wins it this year, that's 4. That's only 3 off the mark of the GOAT. Think he's got that in him? We'll see. It's a high bar to reach for. That brass ring's sitting out there, but it's there. It's in reach. It's in his eye line. It's not in reach yet. It's in his eye line. You got to get one more, then we can start talking seriously about 7. But this team's showing no sign of stopping. If Jared Wiley develops nicely, Robert Tonyan helps Travis Kelce have another season like he's had in the past, this year could be a lock. We're going to lose some guys. It's going to happen. Guys come and guys go. This team perseveres. This team strives. This team moves forward. This team thrives in adversity. And if Josh Simmons becomes a 10-year tackle akin to somewhere between Eric Fisher and Jonathan Ogden ability, the league's on notice. The Chiefs are here to stay. So long as Patrick Mahomes stays healthy and upright and Andy Reid's coaching, and that's the other thing. Andy's going to, at some point, he's going to walk away. He's going to get older and go, you know what, enough's enough. It's going to happen. He's not a young man, although the team seems to keep him kind of young. What'll happen then? I'm not in any rush to find out. I'm excited about tomorrow. I want to watch the Cowboys kick the brakes off the Eagles. I would love to see that. They got some great weapons there. I think Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are going to put people on notice as a wide receiving duo. I think the running backs are strong. Javonte Williams is their starter. They got the young kid. Let me get his name up here. I can't remember his name offhand because, it's not a Cowboy show. Where are we at? Do we even have it listed up here? I had it. I don't know where it is. But they've got 3 backs that can run. I know that for sure. Tight end Ferguson had a great year a couple years ago when Dak was healthy all year. Maybe he'll be great again for them this year. We'll see. But I think their defense is going to be a mess to deal with. It's going to be a problem. I think people are sleeping on their defense, and I think they're going to be nasty. One last thing I want to show you before I take off. I did my draft yesterday. Hopefully you guys do a fantasy draft. Have some fun. Let's go take a look at the review screen. Let me know what you think I suck. I got a C rating. And whenever I get a C rating, I'm usually in the championship. C plus or worse, I'm in the championship. So my pick order is not here. Let me see if I have the draft order. Well, it would be draft recap. There we go. Draft recap. My daring team by team. Let's go by team. Let's get my team on this board right here. So first round, I was picking number 2. I got Bijan Robinson. Then had to wait till the 19th pick. I got Josh Jacobs. Then followed that up with Lad McConkey. Then everybody says it's early. I grabbed Patrick Mahomes. It's not early if he gets 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards, and I think he can do that this year. Then I grabbed Xavier Worthy because I think he's going to be one of his go-to guys. We'll see what happens after week 6. It's 6 weeks. He's not missing a week or 2, 3 weeks. He's missing 6 weeks. He's coming back in week 7. Rashee Rice is. So Xavier Worthy could be putting a lot of polish on his resume between now and then. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping Hollywood Brown goes off because Hollywood Brown last season was just a recover season, really. Injured right from the get-go. People worried about he didn't play preseason. I didn't want him to play preseason this year. I'm glad they sat him. Just relax, just rest. You had nothing to prove. We know what you can do. Let's prove it on Friday. Then he grabbed Aaron Jones with the 59th pick. Travis Kelce was still sitting there, couldn't resist. Jameson Williams, got our kicker Harrison Butker. Jaden Reed somehow was still sitting there at 99. Then I get Nick Chubb. Here's the thing. He's going to be on my bench, even though Joe Mixon is injured and out this week for the Texans. Nick Chubb could be starting. But I'm not benching Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, or Aaron Jones. So there's something like 45 touchdowns between the 3 of those guys last season. And they're going to be carrying the rock a lot. Then I grabbed Brian Robinson Jr. from San Francisco as a handcuff for Christian McCaffrey because that dude's a beast, Brian Robinson. Obviously, our Chiefs defense, Jadon Blue, that was the guy from Dallas, the rookie. That is a little stash away player. We'll see what happens with Williams, Javonte Williams. Dalton Kincaid, in case anything happens, God forbid, to Kelce, and Rashad Bateman as a flyer in the last pick of the draft. But I think my starters look good. I like the matchup. I like the team. I feel good. And I'm a rotation guy. I'm a guy that looks at matchups every week. And if I got guys that aren't doing it or guys that get hurt, I'm really good at plugging new guys in and letting them take over. One thing that happened that doesn't normally happen for me is my matchup for the first week, I've got an advantage by 0.1 of a point. And I think week 2, I'm like 2 points or a point and a half. No, 1.1 points. So I've got 2 weeks in a row that I'm the favorite, which doesn't normally happen for me. Regardless, that's my Danilo's Daring Team. I might change that name. I'm going to change my team's name to Mahomes Haircut. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Do you think that's a good name for a fantasy football team, Mahomes Haircut? I think it is. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to this season. Hope you guys are too. Gotta believe we've got a dynasty on our hands. We've got one of the best teams in the history of the league. We've got we've got arguably the best quarterback ever. And it's razor thin with some of the talent that's out there. But he's just got that thing. He's got that it factor, folks. He's got that Jordan-esque, when it's on the line, he wins a lot more than he loses. Fourth quarter, trailing, 14-7. Nobody else is even 500. That's in the league right now. Not even close. He's a different cat. If he gets protection, like we think he might, we're going all in this year. Could we go undefeated? Sure. Is it hard? Yeah. Because if you're undefeated with a week to go, probably not going to play everybody. Will our backups win? Who knows? I don't care about that. I care about winning. I care about championships. I care about this dynasty. Keep moving forward. I'm excited to see what happens this week. I think we got a really good shot at blowing the gates off of the Chargers. As I said, 42-21 is my score. 4 sacks, 3 takeaways. As always, go Chiefs.
Bye.